Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to another Cardwell Cauldrons here. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
And today, with a production of Geektopia Island, we're bringing you another fun deck. And I like to call it, What's Yours is Mine. It's basically a silly... Basically, you want to steal everything that they have. It is Esper colors, so blue, black, white. And it's basically a Demir Nice deck with white splashed in it with just fun shenanigans going on.
And we're stealing your dudes and taking all your people.
You better hide your people because we're snatching them all up.
Yup.
The first one, be the first snatcher of the day, is Kitesail Freebooter. So 1 black, 1, 1/2 flying pirate. This guy kind of disappeared from standard. I don't know why. He's extremely good. But when he enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land creature, non-land, non-creature card from it. Exile that card until he leaves the battlefield.
And he disappeared because he's from Ixalan. Nobody remembers the Ixalan cards.
No, not really. Except Adonto Vanguard. I'm like, whatever. I wanted to play that card before it got famous.
But no, Freebooter is super good.
Yeah.
Because he comes in and takes a threat. Even if it's not like a crazy threat, it's like a counterspell or a planeswalker or anything.
And if anything, it literally makes him use another threat to get that threat back. So you're making them slow down a turn when they don't want to.
Yeah. Next dude we got is Thief of Sanity. He is a 2/2 for 3 he's got flying. He's a little specter. When he deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 of that player's library. Exile one of them face down. Then put the rest into their graveyard. As long as that card remains exiled, you may look at it, you may cast it, you may spend mana as though it were in any type to cast that spell.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you're new to Magic or not, but it used to be Gonti was a really strong card before rotation. And this is basically Gonti on a stick.
Yeah.
Just constantly.
And essentially, that is exactly what he does. You just come to play, steal your thing, and I get to play.
I'm always scared of this card when I play against it. Because it does a lot of work. And yeah, you just get card advantage by hitting them in the face. Seems good. And then you get to play it.
Right?
Now this guy, people probably don't even know what this card is or even existed. Bishop of Binding. It's 3 and a white Vampiric Cleric. It's a 1/1, so it's kind of meh. But when he enters the field, exile target creature opponent controls until Bishop of Binding leaves. And then whenever Bishop Binding attacks, target vampire, which it is a vampire, gets +1/+1 until end of turn where X is the power of the exiled card.
Yeah.
So
you're just stealing things and making things big.
That's all you want to do with this deck is steal everyone's best creatures and go for it. Like, of course, I wish this guy had lifelink a little bit to make him cost for being a 1/1 for 4.
Yeah.
But to be able to capture a Galta or just anything, really.
God, if this dude gets to swing under the Galtas under him.
And then he becomes a 13/13.
That's silly.
It doesn't have trample, but at least you got their threat out of the way.
Yeah. The next up is Hostage Taker.
Yeah.
Remember
that card?
She's the epitome of stealing a creature.
Yeah.
So, blue, black, and 2 for a 2/3 comes into play. Exile target artifact, creature, and opponent until Hostage Taker leaves the battlefield. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any type.
So, another blue-black card that lets you play their cards.
Yeah. All day.
It's amazing. And without Fatal Push and a Braid, it can live again.
Yeah. It just does a lot of work.
Just amazing. Grab their Lyre, cast it. It doesn't, Or nowadays, I guess, with red-white, because this is hot off the feet of that, you can steal their Healer's Hawk.
Yeah.
Because that's what's special nowadays. That's what wins games is Healer's Hawk.
Good old Healer Hawk.
No, this guy, he's one of my favorites. It's Trapjaw Tyrant. It's 3, 2 white, Enrage. Whenever he's dealt damage, you get to exile target opponent or a creature opponent controls until he leaves the battlefield. And it's a 5/5 for 5, which is good for white.
Yeah, just a big dinosaur that steals your dude.
Nom. Just give me all the stuffs. And yeah, that's literally just all the creatures I can think of to steal what they have. And then you get to play it, which is amazing.
Next up, for the spells, we start off with Metamorphic Alteration. Blue and 1 for an enchant creature. As it comes into the battlefield, choose a creature.
Yep.
Enchanted creature is a copy of the chosen creature.
So yeah, they got a Lyra. Well, you want a Lyra too. Your Hostage Taker that just now casted the thing. It's a simple 2/3, right? Well, no, now it's not. Now it's a giant creature.
Now
Or-
it's a Trapjaw.
now it's a Trapjaw. Or you make their super powerful creature into something small of yours. Because all your stuff almost has enter the play abilities. So you're just like, your dude's a Bishop of Binding now. It's just a 1/1. That's all it is. So pretty good.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cute. It's a pretty good offense, decent defensive card.
Yep.
Next up is Moment of Craving.
Okay.
So black and 1 for an instant. Target creature gets -2/-2 until the end of the turn. You gain 2 life.
This is literally because Red White just dominated Pro Tour. So I'm gonna see it. We're gonna see it everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And what blows my mind of how that deck can actually be in top 8 like that. So Moment of Craving deals with that. Your Danto Vanguard is dead. You cannot take 4, or you cannot pay 4 life for it to survive.
Yeah.
Everything on that field is dead, and you gain 2.
I like it. I think it'll be pretty good.
That can be, of course, taken with any other kill spell.
Yeah.
But Thought Erasure. Blue, black, target opponent reveals a hand. You may choose a non-land card from it, and then discard that card, of course. Surveil 1. It's just strong.
It's really
You
good.
take their hand apart, and you get to surveil. It's amazing.
Next up is Profane Procession.
Mm-hmm.
White, black, and 1 for a legendary enchantment. You can pay 5, exile target creature. Then, if there are 3 or more cards exiled with Profane Procession, transform it.
Yep. And then, of course, it transforms into a land. The Tomb of the Dusk Rose. Legendary land. You can tap it to add any mana of any color. And then if you pay 4, put a creature card exiled with this permanent onto the battlefield under your control. So, it's literally, yeah. Just, if it goes long, which it probably will because you're just slowing them down. They're killing off your dudes to get their dudes back, and then you're taking them back, stuff like that. Then you're just like, well, let me cast your dudes now.
Yeah, I mean, this card is very late game.
Very,
but
very late game.
if you've ever seen one in play in like a sealed and it gets to stick, this card is insanity.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, pay 5, remove that dude. I don't care what it is, pay 5, remove that dude.
Yeah, just end of your turn. That dude that you just played, exile it. Cool, it's mine. You want to play another dude, or let me do stuff? Like, you're slowing them down, hopefully, the whole time with it.
Yeah.
And of course, the next one is Connive and Concoct. We talked about it in this last deck, and probably the deck before that. But I love this card, and it's amazing. It's a split card. The first one is two hybrid mana, so 4 altogether. Gain control of target creature with power that's 2 or less. And there's a lot, like, you can get the Aurelia for 4 mana, which is nice. And then, of course, Concoct is 3, blue, black. You surveil 3, and then from a creature in the graveyard, you put it back into play.
It's so strong.
It's extremely strong.
Yeah, we were just talking about this, how good Concoct is in general as a card, just because it gives you what you're drawing.
Yep.
It sets you up for a couple turns, and it gives you options in your graveyard.
And a dude back. And from your graveyard will be stacked with dudes that will take more of their dudes. So it's essentially another kill spell.
Yeah.
And you put pressure on the board.
Yeah. And another card we got for the spells is the Eldest Reborn. It's one of the best sagas, in my opinion.
It really is.
It's 5 mana. At the first stage, each opponent sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker.
Yep.
Second stage, each opponent discards a card. And then the third stage, you put target creature or planeswalker from a graveyard into battlefield under your control.
Or even still in the graveyard, folks. Like, that's what we're doing. What can we say about that? We've talked about like those past 2 cards in almost like 3 or 4 decks in the past ones, but because they're extremely strong.
They're just good.
And if you're playing these colors, you're going to play these cards pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you should be, because
Yeah.
that card is insane for any kind of like long-term control-y deck, which is exactly what this deck is. And I mean, it just does so much work for you.
Oh yeah. Now the lands, of course, we're going 24 because of the high casting with Trapjaw and Eldest Reborn and the weird shenanigans. But it's 4 of every of the dual color that we can do. So we got Drowned Catacombs, Glacial Fortress, Isolated Chapel, Watery Grave, which helps with almost all the buddy lands. No, with all the buddy lands.
Yeah.
So you're good there. And then, of course, we need basics, swamp, plains, islands.
Yeah, because you still want to have the basics for when they settle the wreckage or Assassin's Trophy, all your stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to have the basics just so you don't not get something from it.
Especially even if it's a minor color like the white here. 1 plains is fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we started doing honorable mentions. It's just cards that you can put inside board or just swap out main board. because they're either too silly or they're a great sideboard card.
Yeah.
So the first one is Bounty Agent. 1 white, 1. Vigilance, 2/2 human. You can sacrifice Bounty Agent, destroy target legendary permanent. That's an artifact, creature, or enchantment. So it's really good against, of course, Liars, Angels, all that stuff. It's also good against Search for Azcanta for control. And I don't know. I feel like it has some use, especially if like the next set is really huge. Yeah.
Next up is Dead Man's Chest. Yeah. I remember seeing this card once and I was like, what even is this card?
I want to use this so bad.
But it's a black and 1 for an enchantment aura. You enchant a creature an opponent controls. When an enchanted creature dies, exile cards equal to the power from the top of its owner's library. You may cast non-land cards from them as long as they remain exiled. You may spend mana as though whatever mana of any type.
So kind of like Thief of Sanity, but you got to put in another extra work for it. And the sad thing is that I put it in main board, but I was like, I don't really have that much kill spells. I'm taking all their dudes and exiling them. So that's sideboard for when you go real hand with kills.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's just a goofy card that just gets to take a lot of things.
Exactly, and I want to use this so bad. Entrancing Melody. Everyone is seeing this lately. It's X, blue. Gain control of target creature with converted mana cost X. So it's basically good against control. Or against, aggro, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 blue and then X. So for a 2 mana cost creature, it's 4 mana. So, there we go. Mausoleum Secrets. I also think this card's really good because your dudes are going to be dead. They're going to kill them as fast as possible. But 1 in black, instant, Undergrowth. For each creature you have in your graveyard, you can go get a black card with converted mana cost less than or equal to that number of creatures. So that's just another hostage taker. Or a Thought Erasure, Moment of Craving, Profane Procession maybe even.
Yeah, there's just so much good stuff with this can get. Any kind of tutor spell is just automatically good.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
And the fact that it's instant too, which makes it really good.
Yeah. Next up is Paladin of Atonement, and he's 2 mana for 1/1, a white and 1. And at the beginning of each upkeep, if you lost life last turn, put a 1/1 counter on him. Whenever he dies, you gain life equal to his toughness.
Yep. And of course, this is just in response to the red-white winning so much, because everyone's taking damage, so you might as well try to out-damage that with lifelink. Or not lifelink, but life.
Yeah.
Remorseful Cleric, because it's just kind of good. 1 in white, flying, sacrifice it. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard.
Yeah, I mean, it's super strong.
Yep.
Next up is Mnemonic Betrayal, and it's 3 mana, blue, black, and 1. For a sorcery, exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards. You may cast those cards this turn, and then you may spend mana as though they were mana of any color. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remain exiled, return to their owner's graveyard. Exile this card. So essentially, it's a Yawgmoth's Will for anyone that's played old Magic for your opponent. Like, you get to Yawgmoth's Will your opponent's graveyard.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome.
And essentially, this is a joke mythic card because it's good in EDH for sure. But I was thinking, what if it goes somehow late game against aggro, and then you could just cast all their small little cards?
Yeah.
You know. Even for like 6 mana, you can exile their graveyard and have 3 1-drops or 2, you know, a few things, or just burn or something. I don't know. It's so silly. This card's so bad.
Yeah, it's got its purpose. We'll see what it can do in this goofy little deck, but I like it.
Like maybe definitely a 1-of.
Yeah,
just to try it out.
You actually don't have him on here, but what's that little cut purse dude? There's a guy. He's like 2 mana, comes into play as Flash. And you get to take control of all of their tokens that come into play into their...
Oh, yes. It's a 4-drop, 3 colorless, 1 blue. And whatever tokens are created when he comes into play, you get to have those tokens.
Yeah, I mean, he's the good answer against the Divine Visitation deck, the Celestia going crazy. Because you're just like, those are all mine. Yeah, thanks.
Do end of turn March of the Multitudes. You're like, nope, those are all my 1/1 lifelink tokens. Thanks for tapping all your dudes.
Oh, they're 4/4's great. They're all mine.
Yeah, they're good. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks. I completely forgot about that dude.
I was like, that dude seems real good in a deck like this.
And he steals stuff. Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
you're still
right?
Yeah. God, we're sea thieves here. If that makes any sense. But with that, hopefully you enjoyed the deck here. The list will be down below. And hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye. be sure to like and comment on the video. And to get our latest and greatest, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. And to get notifications, there's also a little bell that you can hit. Now, if you want to look at some old deck tech videos, go ahead and click to the right. And if you want to see them in action, click the videos below. Thank you.